I Welcome everyone. Welcome today. I apologize. Can everyone up the top hear me on that side? Thank you. Over here, can you hear me? Very good. I'm going to do my best to stay close to this microphone. Please bear with me. Mr. Shepard, Mr. Eric De La Cruz, are you here? We are going to do the flag salute, and then we will do the national anthem.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Remain standing, please. Again, welcome everyone to the 2021-2022 Ward Assembly for CHS. Thank you for coming. We do appreciate your attendance. We wanted to bring everyone together today and celebrate our students and their accomplishments this year. Thank you to everyone for joining us to celebrate these wonderful students and the performance they have demonstrated throughout the school year. I feel that we have rebounded from COVID, and with all the challenges that occurred in our recent past, I feel our struggles elevated our resilience, and I'm so very proud to say that these students and teachers have risen to the occasion. Could you give everyone a round of applause, please? I know that we hear in the newspapers, on the TV, on the radio, how much grief and hard times there are in education. I will say this, the teachers that we have in this district, not only at the high school but all levels, pour their soul and their hearts into these students. I think if you would ask most of these students, they would all have at least a few that they would tell you help them every single day, or at least attempt to give them a good word of encouragement every day. Teachers, I appreciate that, and thank you so much. Not to leave out the students either. For all the students that are sitting in here, I hope you understand the amount of desire, love, and just care that we have as a staff for each and every one of you. I know that sometimes you get discouraged, sometimes it's difficult, some days are hard. We realize that. We live those too. But we do want you to understand we come here for one reason. We come here to help you develop yourself so that you can move on once you leave this building, this district. I hope that you feel that, and I hope that you understand that we care about each and every one of you. Okay, moving forward, we're going to get started with the program. The first announcement that I need to make, or the first certificates I need to hand out, are from Northeastern State University, Logan Blunt. They had an emergency, were not able to attend, so I'm going to call those students up myself. By the way, students, if you are receiving an award or a certificate and you are not down here, when your name is called, will you please come down so that at least we can acknowledge you in front of your parents? This is being, it's placed on YouTube, so we are being videoed as we speak, okay? $2,200 per year for a 4-year term, Serenity Dangerfield. $1,400 per year per 4 years, Isabella Art. Next will be Jake Swicegood from RSU.
Good afternoon. My name is Jake Swicegood. I'm a recruiter with Rogers State University. On behalf of Rogers State University, I'd like to present the Centennial Scholarship to a few students. Bailey Winnington, Miley Ramirez, and Alyssa Ray. The Centennial Scholarship is $800 a year for 4 years. The next students will be receiving the red and blue scholar, which is an $1,100 scholarship a year for 4 years. Jessica Benson, J.C. Beach, Haley Lofton, and then last but not least, the Hillcat Scholar is being awarded to Isabella Art, and it is an $1,800 a year for 4-year scholarship. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you, Mr. Schweisgood. Next up, Tulsa Community College. I'm not sure if they showed up, so we will move on to Missouri Southern State University, Jason Stockford.
Hi, my name is Jason Stockbridge, and I am the Tulsa Regional Admissions Counselor for Missouri Southern State University. It is a pleasure being here today at Catoosa High School, and I wish all the graduates a job well done. At Missouri Southern, each student from Oklahoma receives in-state tuition, and all students have the opportunity for our MOSO merit scholarships if they meet the GPA and test score requirements. Today, I am presenting 6 scholarships to some deserving students. With the Premier Scholarship, students will receive a scholarship in the amount of $5,000 a year for 4 years. This year, Cameron Neighbors is receiving this scholarship. While we're waiting on Cameron, with the Gold Scholarship, students will receive a scholarship in the amount of $3,500 a year for 4 years. And this year, Brock Ferguson is receiving this scholarship.
Down here. Brock, come on. He's up there. Brock.
With the Green Scholarship, students will receive a scholarship the Green Scholarship, students will receive a scholarship in the amount of $2,000 a year for 4 years. And this year, the following students are receiving this scholarship: Jessica Benson, Macy Wayne, Lucky Lore, and Harmon Reese. At MSSU, we can't wait to see all these recipients on campus roaring above the crowd. And thank you and good luck to all the students in your endeavors next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stockbridge. We appreciate you. Next up, the University of Tulsa, Madison Green.
Hello, everyone. Ooh, does that sound good? You guys can hear me, right? It does sound really loud when you're right next to this mic. Guys, my name is Madison Green. I'm from the University of Tulsa, and I represent Catoosa High School. I have had such a great time working with so many of you students this year, and from the bottom of my heart, all seniors, I wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors. And today I am going to recognize 2 students that have committed to the University of Tulsa. These students are not only stellar in the classroom, but I hope to see them in the sound of the Golden Hurricane Marching Band this fall. First up, we have Peyton Field. Okay, I heard this other student's name earlier, not sure if she's here. And Millie Ramirez. Millie? Okay. Oh, there's Millie. Okay, wait for her. Guys, wish you the best of luck. Thank you for having us out here today. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Green. We appreciate that. Next up will be the Johnny Marshall Scholarship. Representing them is Austin Blower and Caitlin Dingle. Which are both former graduates of Catoosa, and we're very proud of them coming back.
Good afternoon. I am Dr. Caitlin Bruder, and this is Austin Blower. And again, we're so thankful to be here today representing the Johnny Marshall Memorial Scholarship. With the help of fellow alumni, we created this scholarship in remembrance of Johnny Marshall. Mrs. Marshall was a teacher at Catoosa for over 25 years. Many of you may not know her, but any of you who do, or any of you who have ever heard her name, everyone can attest that she was always the first teacher to arrive and the last to leave. Not only did she pour her heart into our academic endeavors, but she extended that support into each of our personal lives. And it is that legacy and that remembrance that inspired the creation of this scholarship.
I'm a little less prepared, so I'm going to read from my phone. It's our hopes that our presence here today to present this scholarship in the name of Ms. Marshall translates to this group how impactful she was as an educator. With the support of our community, we are 70% to our endowment goal. A small idea that was started by a group of Catoosa alumni has really exceeded all expectations. We personally want to encourage each of you graduating seniors to remember this scholarship and the legacy it represents. And go pursue your passions, but remember the community that led you to the point that you are today. Excuse me. I would also like to remind juniors that are sitting behind us right now that are going to be seniors next year. Remember that this scholarship is not a national scholarship. This isn't a statewide scholarship. This is a scholarship that is directed to Catoosa High School seniors only. Our next recipient is likely probably sitting in this room right now. With that being said, we're excited to announce the first two recipients of the Johnny Marshall Memorial Scholarship. These individuals embody the character of Miss Marshall and we know will make a lasting impact in their careers and communities. We would like to proudly present these plaques and scholarships in the amount of $1,000 each to Eric De La Cruz and Kason Teich. Congratulations to both recipients, and we look forward to hearing from juniors next year.
Thank you, Mr. Burrow and Mrs. Bruder. Thank you for coming today. I know how special Mrs. Johnny Marshall was to many of you and many of the students that she had in her class, so we appreciate that. Thank you. Next up, Chamber of Commerce Scholarship, Mrs. Glenna Scott.
Hello, 2022 graduating class of Catoosa High School. As he said, I'm Glenna Scott, the Executive Director of the Catoosa Chamber of Commerce. It gives me great pride to see the caliber of students that Catoosa is producing. I congratulate each one of you for the amazing accomplishments that you've made to get here today. I know for some, there have been many challenges and struggles just to get to this point. And to you, I applaud you for pushing through. Myself and the Board of Directors feel fortunate to be able to present this $1,000 scholarship to a well-deserving young lady. I'm very excited to announce the recipient of this year's Catoosa Chamber of Commerce Leadership Scholarship to J.C. Butte.
Thank you, Mrs. Scott. We appreciate the Chamber of Commerce and all they do for our school district. Next, we will be honoring our National Honor Society. To do that, Mrs. Mary Cottle will be coming to the microphone.
Would all of the students who have participated in the Catoosa High School National Honor Society please stand to be recognized? Thank you.
Parents, as you came in, you would have seen a program that was laying on the table. If you want to refer back to the very back page, it does have a list of those that are in the National Honor Society. We just took a poll down here and decided not to list or say every name, but they are being recognized by standing up, and we're proud of each and every one of those. Up next, Mrs. Bailey Ryan from Tulsa Technology with the National Tech Honor Society.
Good afternoon. This award for the National Technical Honor Society recognizes senior students for achievement and success in vocational and technical education. This honor is bestowed upon those students who exhibit the qualities of citizenship, leadership, workmanship, and scholarship. Individual awards are given by Tech Campus, but the following students will be recognized today. Please stand when I call your name. Samantha Kramerchick, Katie Lofton, Alyssa Ray, Andrea Soto. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Ryan. We appreciate the mutual respect that we show between Tulsa Tech and Catoosa Public Schools. We adore you being here every week to help our kiddos. Thank you. Next up, valedictorian announcement, Mrs. Bridget Tognazini.
The top three seniors for 2022 are valedictorians are Eric David Booth, Dave Langford, and Alyssa Ray.
We wanted to make sure to acknowledge these three. Being the top percentage of your class is very, very important. And we wanted to make sure that everyone noticed these three. They worked very hard. As a matter of fact, one of them is going to Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or MIT. One also received the Gates Scholarship. And the other we're very proud of as well, even though she didn't win the Gates, it's okay. We're very proud of her. Hey, we want to acknowledge them and say how proud of these we are. Can we all give them a round of applause, please? Up next, Oklahoma Blood Institute Honor Corps, Mr. Boss Richards.
Hello, everybody. Each year, Catoosa High School participates in the Oklahoma Blood Institute to put on at least 2 blood drives a year. The blood supply in the state of Oklahoma is much needed, and our students always answer the call. In recognition for the donations that our students use, OBI provides honor cords, the green honor cords for graduating seniors if they have donated 6 or more times over the 4-year period that they are in high school. When I call your name, please stand to be recognized with your honor cord. Aaliyah Sedeno, Peyton Field, Gage Langford, Katie Lofton, David Moreau, Joanna Cottle, who's not with us today, and Alexander Fitzgerald. These students have donated 6 or more times over the course, and when the course is delivered, you will be able to award them for graduation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Richards. We realize how important the blood donations are, and we appreciate you for doing that when they come to our school and otherwise. Next up, pretty important guy. I'm going to give him a little credit here. He is our high school teacher of the year and the reigning district teacher of the year, which means he's the best teacher in the whole district. I'm going to have him come say a few words. Travis Norwood, step up to the mic, please.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. I'd like to thank our administrators, Mr. Brown, Mr. Scott, for everything they do, putting on this assembly, the running of our school. It's been a really hard year. I lost my dad this year, and they were wonderful for letting me spend the last few days that I could, and I really appreciated that. I'd like to thank my fellow teachers for everything that they have done for me this year. Obviously, those are for me, but most important, the students. If you weren't here, if you weren't in class every day working hard, it would make our jobs impossible. And I appreciate everything that you guys do, my current students, my former students. I just appreciate you and thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Norwood. You guys, I've spoken to Mr. Norwood multiple times behind the scenes. He has a really deep love for teaching and being around the students, and it shows by being designated the District Teacher of the Year. So I think that's awesome. Thank you, Mr. Norwood. Okay. The moment you've all been waiting for, we're going to get to the awards for students. First up will be English and Speech with Mrs. Lynette Burfield.
Good afternoon, students. It's good to see everybody here. Each year, all of us English teachers work hard, and we also know students in our classes work hard. So it's our pleasure to present these awards to you. As I call your name, please come forward to receive your award, and Mr. Wallmeyer will hand it to you. Haley Gorley. Jet Shockley. Allie Burgess. Asher Johns. Wednesday Fury. Jonathan Bernal. Reagan Blackburn. Piaro Urquiza. Daniel Lewis. Leanne Montgomery. Cheyenne Steinberg. Sheridan Garrison. Shane Sanders. Justice Russell. Chris Durnall. Brianna Field. Lily Rayborn. Megan Foltz. Hayden Bays. Congratulations and great job. Now, Mr. Wallmeyer will present honors and awards for math.
Okay, there's a total of 4 math teachers in the math department. Mrs. Laird, Mr. Norwood, myself, and Mr. Scott. So all these awards are coming from these teachers. First up is Fundamentals of Algebra, Claudia Rodriguez. Next up, Fundamentals of Algebra, Juan Cortez. Next up, Outstanding Performance in Algebra 1, Ashley Chimes. Next up, Outstanding Performance in Algebra 1, Anna McMasters. Next up, Algebra 1 again, Clara Hogan. Next up, Algebra 1, Lexi Buckmaster. Next up, Algebra 1, Sari Montoya. Next up, honors geometry, Taylor Hoffman. Next up, Jonathan Burnell for geometry. Next up, Abby Tucker for geometry. Next up, honors geometry, Shannon Owen. Next up, honors geometry, Natalie Slavens. Next up, Brianna Wigington, honors geometry. Next up, Bella Tops for geometry. Next up, Gunnar Wilson for honors geometry. Next up, Samantha Tagnazini for geometry. Is it close? Next up, Wednesday Fury for geometry. Okay, now comes the big boys. Next up, Cooper Bush for Algebra 2. Next up, Cesar De La Torre, Algebra 2. Next up, Peyton Leonard, Algebra 2. Next up, Hannah Stone for Algebra 2. Next up, Mr. Titus Miller, Algebra 2. Next up, Callan Owen for Algebra 2. Next up, Ricky Robertson, Algebra 2. Next up, Algebra 2, Nicole Cha. Next up, Algebra 2 again for Cameron Holt. Next up, Algebra 2, Joshua Escobar. Next up, Algebra 2, Lauren Acosta. Next up, Renee Chezulu, Algebra 2. All right, now we're getting to this big now. Pre-calculus, Lauren Acosta. Next up, for outstanding performance in pre-calculus, Megan Foltz. Next up, for outstanding performance in statistics, Katie Woldridge. Last one, something called AP Calculus, Gage Langford.
Thank you, Mrs. Birchfield. Mr. Wallmeyer. Next up, Science Department is Mrs. Mary Cotter.
It is my distinct privilege to present the Science Awards. For chemistry, Lauren Acosta. For forensic science, Chandler Bays. For forensic science, Cheyenne Brixey. For environmental science, Allie Burgess. For forensic science, Garrett Carroll. For biology, Renee Chisegu. For biology, Javier Covarrubias. For chemistry, Eric De La Cruz. For leadership, Eric De La Cruz. And for physics, Eric De La Cruz. For chemistry, Joshua Escobar. For chemistry, Megan Foltz. For biology, Chloe Hall. For environmental science, Clara Hogan. For environmental science, Taylor Hoffman. For environmental science, Asher Giles. For chemistry, Haley King. For forensic science, Gage Langford. For physics, Gage Langford. For biology, Ian Rigney. For environmental science, Cooper Taylor. For forensic science, Sean Thompson. For environmental science, Cameron Totten. For environmental science, Michaela Tucker. For forensic science, Michaela Tucker. For biology, Gracie Eckroth. For environmental science, Kiara Arquiza. For environmental science, Zayden Wilson. And for leadership, Katie Wildridge. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Cottle. Up next is Mr. John Wilcox with our History and Social Studies Department.
Samantha Laksan. Lucky 4. Jonathan Sepulveda. Lily Rayborn. Katie Lofton. Peyton Leonard. Mr. Howard Kiefer. Jake Jarrett. Jaden Yang. Miss Julie Young. Shane Sanders. Caleb Roy. Ian Whitney. Serena Lewis. Mr. Clayton Porter. Josh Escobar. Renee Johnson-Good. Nicole Shaw. Chandler Hay. Kai Whitty. Ansel Bullock. Cody Wagner. Miss Lauren Acosta. Hannah Stone. Rafael Soto. Legend Ward. Sarai Montoya. Mr. Aiden Tapp. Eric Gillicky. And Paige Wolford.
Thank you, Mr. Wilcox. Up next is Mrs. Yoder with all the elective classes.
So I have to take a second and say, all of these certificates you guys are keeping or getting, keep them. Put it with your resume. Add them to your resume. Sorry. But I'm not going. Okay, so for culinary, we have Renee Chasson. Serena Lewis. Carmen Reese. JC Beach. For Fax 1, we have Claudia Rodriguez. Alec Rogers. Winston Peary. For a certificate of achievement in successfully completing the Real Care Baby program, Mallory Warma, Julie Jean, Lacey Stark, Brooke Waller, Alondra Reyes, Creative Writing, Ricky Ricky Robertson, and Clinton Lillard. Irvin Emma Hewitt, Computer Applications, Wednesday Fury. Library Science, Cy Cunningham. All right. The last ones I have are art awards, and you can see these beautiful trophies that this shuffle has created. There's two different ones. Definitely a keeper. Jenna Brown. Zyla Brown. Serena Lewis. Eliza Lanning. Reagan Blackburn. Cooper Taylor. Sean Thompson. And Emma Hewitt. Remember, put all this in your resume.
Thank you, Mrs. Yoder. Hey, Mrs. Courtney St. Clair just told me a little joke and I wanted to share it. Now, someone's going to be at the end of this, so just laugh and think it's funny. So, in culinary, I guess Mrs. Beach, Josie, is such a good cook that everyone that was sitting in the front row was supposed to be here, but they're sick now and can't be here. So, they can blame that one on Mrs. St. Clair. We love you, Josie. Okay, up next, bringing Courtney St. Clair, our activities director, to announce the boy and girl athlete of the year.
All right, I am here to introduce to you the female athlete of the year. This young lady is a two-sport athlete. She is a volleyball all-state member. She is a high jump state qualifier and the 8th place finisher. Your female athlete of the year, voted on by the coaches, was Miss Macy Wayne. Your male athlete of the year is also a two-sport athlete. He is your 4A3 district wide receiver MVP. Your male athlete of the year is Mr. Colin Tree.
Thank you, Ms. St. Clair. Next up, Mr. Shepard, if you're still in the house, I'm going to have him come to the microphone and just give us an update of all of the awesome things that the band has done this year and let him speak. Thank you.
Thank you. The band's had a really fantastic year. One of the best years we've had in my career here at Catoosa. We were finalists at state marching contest and placed in the top 4. And the concert band won an OSSAA Sweepstakes Award, which is the highest award that you can receive for concert bands in the state of Oklahoma. If you would like to come support your band, our final concert of the year is 6:30 Thursday night in this very room. We'll be handing out several awards for our individual achievers, and I really hope to see a lot of you guys there. Thank you very much.
I didn't do a very good lead up to that. Mr. Shepard's has been absolutely incredible to work with. He has motivated and developed a small but mighty band, and I think you guys have done an incredible job representing Catoosa High School, so thank you. Next up, Mr. Richard is going to talk a little bit about the color guard, winter guard.
I know you don't have fair to talk, right? I just want to say that the Winter Guard has had an amazing, Color Guard Winter Guard has had an amazing season this year. We are the regional mini state champions for the 3rd time. So, for my Winter Guard and Color Guard kiddos, my band kiddos, the Fine Arts have had an amazing season here at, or year at Catoosa High School. And I believe that our choir got some awards as well this past weekend, is that correct? So, want to make sure that my singers get recognized as well. So, we will be performing our last time for this show, our last run of it, thank you, on Thursday at 6:30 as well. So if you'd like to come and support, we'd love to have you.
Thank you, Mr. Richards. Congratulations on all those things. Mr. Holloway, with the choir.
Right. We've had a really good year this year as well with our choir. And I wanted to recognize a few students while I had the moment to be able to do that. If I call your name, if you wouldn't mind, just go ahead and stand up so we can recognize you. I had students that made District Honor Choir this year at CDA. That's Dana Magara, Andrew Holloway, and Time Critter. That is a precursor to State Honor Choir, and I also had 2 students make State Honor Choir this year, and that's Dana Magara and Andrew Holloway. Additionally, we had solo small ensemble at districts. We had 4 people that made superior ratings at districts, and that is Kai Brady, Dana Magara, Hannah Stone, and Nathan Morrison. The high school mixed ensemble also received a superior rating at districts, and if you're a part of the high school mixed ensemble, please stand. So from district, we went on to state from there, and we had the high school mixed ensemble also receiving a superior rating at state. You guys can stand up again. Thank you. Over the last weekend, we went to Heartland Music Festival, and that's a competition that we typically do every year. And we had the high school take sweepstakes, high school show choir took sweepstakes with that, which is the highest award. So stand up, high school show choir. There they are again. And I also have, on a side note, I also have my middle school group here that also took sweepstakes. So you can clap for them too. Senate Middle School. They're not going to say that in good words. Additionally, I had students within that competition also earn excellent musicianship awards, and those students are Nathan Morrison, Allie Acker, Asher Johns, Serenity Anderson, Kaylee Denk, and Lydia Rigney. So thank you all. Students did really good this year. It's by far probably the best year I've had as far as I've been here. Additionally, in case you want to find out why my hands are all painted, come out and check out Beauty and the Beast this Friday and Saturday at 6 p.m. We have some students that are killing it and having a good time putting that show together. And there's also a Sunday matinee at 4. And I think that's all that I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Holloway. I think I could say that between Mr. Shepard, Mr. Richards, and Mr. Holloway, we could probably put anyone up against us and we would compete with any of those, no matter what the class level is. So I really appreciate all three of you and what you do for our students. So thank you. Well, we're getting close to the end, but I wanted to acknowledge some people, and actually I'm going to ask someone to come say a few words. Our new superintendent, Mr. Robert Shornick, can you please come say a few words for us, please?
K2C, how are you? I am super proud of every single one of you sitting in here today. You know, yesterday I had the opportunity to visit with a bunch of 7th and 8th graders. What an experience. What a phenomenal experience. We talked about choices. That's what we talked about yesterday. And I think for me, more than anything else, you've made some great choices. You're wrapping up your high school career. You've made some great choices. You've made some great decisions. You've represented your school and you've represented your community. And I'm very proud. I've been here a short time, but I'm very proud of your accomplishments. And with that, I congratulate each and every one of you. I look forward to graduation. I think it's something, again, it's one of those culminating experiences that not only you look forward to, but the staff, the community, and everybody involved looks forward to. So congratulations to each one. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shornick. I appreciate that. And I've got a couple of people that I really want to thank and congratulate. Without their help, there's no way possible that I would be able to do any of this. One of them is sitting right behind me, Mrs. Courtney St. Clair. Guys, she is amazing. She puts in a lot of hours and help behind the scenes. I wouldn't make it if she wasn't here because I lean on her a lot, and I appreciate that, Mrs. Courtney. Thank you. Mr. Brown was here, but I think he vanished. Okay. Mr. Brown is here. I just wanted to acknowledge him as well. I would not be able to do my job without having him leading the way. I appreciate what he does for each individual in here, including yourself and the teachers. He leads by example, and I appreciate that from him. So please give a round of applause for him. And I've got two that I believe are sitting up top, Mrs. Johnson and Mrs. Orton. Are you here? Oh, they hid. They went and hid. Well, I'm going to announce their names anyway. Mrs. Johnson and Mrs. Orton are two counselors at the high school. They do wonders for these students. Guys, do they help you out or not? Hey, they go above and beyond hours outside of school time to make sure that our students are headed in the right direction and where they need to be. So I appreciate both of them for the time spent and the love they show each and every one of the students. So thank you. So before we leave, I've jotted down a few words. The last couple of years that I've done the award assembly, I feel like I want to lead the class with some good, what I feel is good and positive information. So I've put a few things together here, a little food for thought. Two quotes that I came across that I wanted to share. Hopefully they resonate with any of you that are sitting out here. The first one was by Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States of America. The best way to predict the future is to create it. I think that means to me that what you want to do, you can go do, but you do have to aspire and try anything possible that you feel you want to do. Don't be afraid to go reach out and catch that star that may be in the sky that's quite a ways away. Don't be scared to do that. The second is don't aspire to make a living, aspire to make a difference. From Denzel Washington. Once you, students, leave here and become adults and start your careers, if you can't find it in your heart and it's not something that drives you every day, I plead you to go find what that is. Because once you follow your heart, that means that it's not a job. It becomes a career and you're helping others. You're making a difference for someone. And I ask that everyone reach out and do that. I want to thank everyone for coming today. Parents, we appreciate you showing today the support for the students and everyone else. And this will conclude the assembly. Now, listen up, students. Please listen. We are going to have a send-off for our Special Olympics. They are going to state. Do is go out the front doors and to the front of our high school.